Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So that's got things underway.
Well, when it comes to strikers, Peter, you're not going to get much better than this man, Eto'o. Fast, strong, energetic.
And, of course, with a medal collection to prove it all.
Yeah, and another outstanding quality of his is leadership. He's such a respected character on and off the pitch, and never one to shirk his defensive duties either.
It's a pretty loose pass. Aimed beyond the defence. Well, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Quality ball. Adriano.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
He is through here. Oh, great defending. That needed doing. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. It's a promising position. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Messi has it out wide and in space. Cruyff is wide and looking to get onto this. That pass has been well intercepted.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
A few interesting forays forward, but so far they haven't amounted to much. Now it's Haaland. Varane promptly onto that, and that is that. Adriano always looking for that half a chance. Now, can they get him away? Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. And it's Roberto Carlos. Threads one in. Suarez providing an outlet on that flank. They want to be quick to recover this. And again! Oh, that was a half-decent effort. South Korea yet to have an attempt on goal. Now, who's going to be first to this? Roberto Carlos.
That's good play from him.
He's got away, and he's got his cross in. Company clears it away. Here's a chance! And for a moment, time stood still.
Well, talking about creating a problem for yourself, OK, credit the good pressing, but that was entirely avoidable.
Nesta spots it and intercepts. Messi. It's a good run down the right. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he's intervened well there. Vieira makes the interception. Cruyff running with intent. That's a throw. "15 minutes till half-time." Inter Milan are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter. Of course, once the ball has been won.
Yeah, balls over the top, long diagonals, that's the plan. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Neither of these two want to come off second best, and he's managed to get free. Hazard. Here's Roberto Carlos. Eto'o. Played in by Eto'o.
That was well seen too. Good clearance.
He's having a pop! There's no such thing as a bad time to score, but Haaland! It's bounced back off the post. Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
Haaland certainly got the pace he wanted on that, but not the all-important bend.
Nicely spread. Roberto Carlos kept his eye on it, and he's there. What a throw in. Roberto Carlos is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack, and that's an errant pass. Rafael Varane, very nicely done, good spot that. Seedorf has quite the footballing brain, he's almost never outsmarted. Messi, decent chance! And the keeper has reacted superbly. And that is the end of the first half. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. So between them, no goals at all so far.
Yeah, 0-0, but definitely not from the want of trying. There's been plenty of industry and hard work, as well as some good defending, so I wouldn't be too dismissive just yet.
So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
Now it's Bale. Looking for the run. He's found space here. Takes a shot! And that is doing no harm at all.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Zanetti. Oh, that's delightful. He has found the way through. Chance! And it's a goal!
Oh, he's quite the pro. The speed and sharpness in his game gives him an advantageous edge, and he applies it with lethal effect. He's class. Real class.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, you might think I'm being a bit harsh, Peter, but I just can't help the feeling that the keeper should have done a better job. Full stop.
South Korea have penetrated for the first time.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Shoots! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Inter Milan with the corner, they're first. Roberto Carlos goes short, flashes it across, and that has been cleared. And now they can spring out of defence. Knocks it into space. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Impressive jump! It's loose now and they want to get it back. And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
Bale. Oh, good spread. He's found a way through. No, he's not going to get any further than that. Kompany defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's approaching that time where you have to decide whether you stick or twist, Peter. I'm inclined to think the latter, but the boss probably has quite a few things which he has to factor in yet, so let's see.
Pele can so cleverly bypass the press. He's shifting through the gears here. Lovely feet. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Tries to play it through. And that's really well manoeuvred. Played out towards the right wing. He's picked his way through. Bale's cross. Tries to get it clear. Oh, this looks sharp.
Inter really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
So the team separated just by the one goal, which came early in the second period. And the score is 1-0. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Nicely weighted ball. Roberto Carlos delivers the ball. It's run loose. This time, surely! No, he didn't quite meet it right.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
And this is Adriano. And the finish! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 24.
The two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Hazard. Numero 10. Eto'o. Lasciano il campo per il numero 14, il numero 5 e il numero 7. Attenzione, la
Just
sostituzione.
eases him off the ball. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Spread out to the left. Oh, such a clever touch. And this is Pele. Oh, he's having a shot! And that's a sharp finish. A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. He'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Numero 5.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
So bring it on. Height, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable.
Against Manchester United.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So we're very much on the way now. Well, what a remarkable chance! And he has kept it out somehow.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Towering header! He doesn't look too happy with that.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Searching pass he's played there. And it's Menu. Adriano. Rodri cuts it out. Gabriel venturing down the left. And here's Ferran Torres. Here's Rodri. Rodri powering forward here. Great chance! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Varane is there to clear. He'll try from distance! Off target by a whisker. Ah, he's given it away. Great defending, strong and determined. That has not gone well. And he's managed to get free. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Oh, the whistle's gone. What's he given? The referee has given a free kick just outside the box.
Disappointing, very disappointing. He knew what he was doing, as deliberate and cynical as it comes.
What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. And so we have the first set piece of the game.
Oh, well done for him to take the shot on. He did at least hit the target.
So, Jim, what have you made? Oh, no, this does not look good. Oh, just skips past his man. Oh, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Maybe goalless, but it is not without interest.
I actually think both teams are playing okay here. We've had some good attempts, although they've mounted to nothing so far.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Good read, needed to be. Kvaratskhelia, spread neatly. He's picked his way through. Yamal! Now, who's going to be first to this? Kubasi cannot be beaten that easily. Ferran Torres in acres of space out wide. Now then, the ball's come loose. And here's Ferran Torres. And the shot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Cruyff. Pele spread it left. Oh, that's fabulous.
Such good technique.
Zanetti crosses it in.
Oh, that's a cracking ball. Too quick for defence and keeper.
Yamal is someone with real dynamite in his boots. And here's Kvaratskhelia. Rafael Varane. Stam. Cruyff. Pass somewhat off target. Ferran Torres. He is through here. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Oh, such a clever touch. It's Dembele! And again! Goal! Manchester United! Manchester United take the lead. Sharp, simple, satisfying. He just knew what was on.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
Manchester United have broken through. It's 1-0.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Well, that is one way to stop him. And it's Cruyff. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Dembele is fouled. It's a pretty loose pass. Zanetti can see things others simply cannot. It's a really well-measured ball. He's shifting through the gears here. Messi! Oh, the ball's come. And one more try! Denied by an instinctive save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
It's their second corner of the game. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Ferran Torres. Goes for goal! And over, just.
Oh, he overcooked that one, aiming for perfection, and he got it slightly wrong.
Messi chasing after it. Platini. And they win it back again.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Yamal. Gabriel. And it's Menu. Quality ball. And here's Kane. Yamal. He's in a great position here. And it's half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. South Korea go in at half-time with a game to chase.
Provided by the local
Well,
police.
for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. And we are back underway.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Can he get it through? Now it's Kvaratskhelia. Dembele flings it across. And that should get the job done. Pele going forward. The message is clear, none shall pass. And here's Yamal. And it's Menu. Flashes it. Getting up there! That was superb goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Great vision.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
And Messi! He's done very well to get to that.
Messi clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Still chasing the game, trailing by 1. He's through here, and this is Messi. Menu. Ball played for Dembele. Now it's Ferran Torres. Platini. Menu. Kvaratskhelia. Well, that's beautifully weighted. And the shot! Well taken goal. And there's the goal they've been looking for. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Well, from the moment he got...
And that's it. And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. We're up and running then. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, Thibaut Courtois. He's a huge presence between the sticks, and that's not just because he's 6'6", Peter. He's got great reflexes, wonderful positioning, and he's a strong defensive leader. I think opposition defences will also need to watch out for his long throws. They're quick, they're accurate, and a source of many a good counter-attack.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. Nesta gets over and intercepts. Picks out decent chance! Eza! He is just a joy!
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening.
And that's it. Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
Leverkusen against South Korea.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So off we go then. Alessandro Nesta looking a picture of calm out there, Jim. No doubt ready to deliver yet another defensive masterclass.
Yeah, a man who week in, week out took on the very best attackers. He always embraced that, and they very rarely got the better of him.
Yamal! Oh, it's come loose. Oh, he's been caught on it here.
Oh, once he made the save, it didn't take the keeper long to start barking at his defence.
Nesta. Played out towards the right wing. Played out wide. Messi has the space to scheme. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover.
Oh, great feat, that.
Platini receives it in a good position here. Luis Suarez. He's in a great position here. Tries to thread one through. Varane clears without hesitation. And that's definitely not his best. Can he get on the end of this? He steps in, and that's the end of that. Messi. Oh, that's fabulous. And Messi!
What an absolute shame. The composure and imagination to set himself free. He should be locked up after that.
Cruyff! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Cruyff really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Knocks it into space, and he welcomes it in. That'll be a throw. Neither side yet able to find the net. That's going wide left. Oh, the less said about that pass, the better. Messi, very much a man of this moment. And it's Messi. Adriano. Messi. Adriano. Messi. And it's Son Heung-min. Nice looking ball. Nicely worked. Check claims comfortably. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Messi does well to get it back. And this is Ibrahimovic. Now it's Yamal. And he's managed to get free. It's Ibrahimovic! Nesta. For Messi. Pass somewhat off target. There's a sharp little ball here. That's a sharp pass. Adriano! Oh, that was no routine save.
Adriano actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Bayer Leverkusen have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Luis Suarez. And that looks a decent ball. Oh, important interception. Well, it's more pressure than ball at the moment. Messi really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Messi gets into a good... And the shot! And he has kept it out somehow.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And here's Messi, looking for options for movement. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. 0-0, but nevertheless a very decent game. Can he get it through? He's found a way through. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Vieira stood his ground strongly. Son Heung-min. Now it's Luis Suarez. Varane with the slide tackle there. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment. Well, and the referee has signalled for half-time. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. Any strong opinions on the first half?
I have to say, I think it's a good performance, but it's clear that they need a little more energy and more precision up top. They proved they can create chances. Now they need to start putting them away. That's the next step.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. Can he finish? Sharp and fitting, but not quite.
A good disguise on that, though. I don't think many people would have expected him to absolutely clatter it the way he did.
Gently done. Zanetti. Turns back here, probably the best option. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Looking for the run. Oh, it's a great ball. Shapes to shoot! Marvellous goal!
Boom! There we go. And it couldn't be much better. He was born for the glory he's just managed. The apple on top of the tree. Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
The first breakthrough.
Well, it looks like a bit of half-time encouragement was all that was needed, because we have a very different game on our hands now, Peter.
That's destined for the flank. It's Son Heung-min! Oh, he's hit the bar! South Korea still behind thanks to that solitary strike. That's a good ball out wide. Oh no, no circumventing this opponent. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. He's having a shot! And needless to say, that deserved better.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Zanetti is there, and he can get that clear. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Oh, it's Son Heung-min. Here's a chance! Well, now it's a race for the ball. That's a risky ball, you've got to say.
The attendance for this match was 50,913.
He won't be happy with that one. Cruyff can see things others simply cannot. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
We've not seen much from this team as a whole, Peter. OK, that's largely due to the way their opponents have approached it, but they can up their game considerably, and I mean considerably.
Yamal tries to play it through. Vieira cuts out the pass. Cruyff. Adriano. And it's Messi. Aims beyond the defence. That is ended up in no man's land. Nicely weighted ball. And he's made sure that's not getting through.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Now it's Luis Suarez. Look at the space here. Chance, surely! He's got a goal! Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring. And that's it. Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
South Korea against Brazil.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. We're up and running then.
There's a player on this pitch who shines above the rest, and we're talking defence.
And that is?
Well, it's got to be Paolo Maldini.
Who's arguing?
Yeah, and he's a living, breathing symbol of leadership, loyalty and devotion to his craft. What a player.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Quality ball. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Messi. Oh, that's fabulous. Delivered. Tries a shot! And it's a goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So, a breakthrough already. Seedorf. No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. Pelé. Mbappe. And this is Pelé. And the shot! And that's in! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. And that's it. And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very... So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello,
The game yet to
everybody,
kick
and
off.
welcome to
The
today's
excitement
match.
already palpable.
Croatia against South Korea.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So we're very much on the way now. Well, we all know who created the concept of total football, but is it fair to say, Jim, that no one embodied it better? Towering header!
And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping. Really anticipated that well, didn't he? They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And it's hoisted clear. Messi. South Korea are looking to go forward now. Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Shapes to shoot! He's scored!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Hullet demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
South Korea are already chasing the game. They didn't shoot! And that's in! Two! And we've barely begun here. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter it.
And that's it. Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable.
South Korea against Germany.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So off we go then. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, when it comes to being very watchable, Peter, I don't think you'll get much better than Vinicius Junior. His raw pace, added to the infinite amount of trickery he has up his sleeve, are sure to cause any defence no shortage of headaches. He just needs a better final product at the top level.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. Now it's Pele, Zanetti, played into the box. And the keeper gets his hands on it. And they can counter here. Oh, that's clever. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
He made it look a bit predictable.
And this is Pele. Germany have reclaimed it. Vinicius, decent chance! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
Yeah, and he has to change his ways, or this referee...
Nearly, but not quite.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Pele. Pele. He's looking wide. Driven in. That has been knocked clear. Vinicius Junior. And it's Michel Platini. Cruyff. Pele. Tries a shot! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Pele has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Terrific effort! It's bounced back off the post. Whistle's gone, that's foul. Pass somewhat off target. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, it's plain for all to see who has settled into this game with the greater superiority. Now for a goal.
There's a beautiful... Oh, he's been caught on it here! He is through here! Pressing... Oh, what has happened here? Chance for a shot! Oh, nearly, but not quite.
You can never be too safe with someone like him around. They got away with that.
Yeah. Oh, just skips past his man. Chance! Goal! Germany! And Germany are in front. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
I'm not making any apology.
And that's it. And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters, who are ready now to perform. So we're very much on the way now.
Here's a guy that qualifies as one of the best defensive midfielders to ever play the game.
Patrick Vieira, the pillar of strength.
Yeah, aggression, hard tackling, they're the foundations of his game. But he can turn defence into attack very quickly and show his terrific athleticism and real power.
Adriano.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Succumbs to the pressure. Varane did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Nedved. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And they've got a throw. And it's Thuram. Some good work on the right flank here. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Messi! A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
He's the one player you want on the ball running at defences, and that's precisely why.
South Korea with the corner. They're first.
Adriano!
Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. Stood up well to him there. Now this could be a chance. Platini. Adriano.
That was lovely, that. Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Oh, that pass isn't the best. Nicely weighted ball. Always onto this. That is great defending, so alert. No goals as yet. Great defending, strong and determined. Wriggles his way through. I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. And this is Messi. Messi unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Chance! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Deftly away. Messi, very much a man of this moment. Now that looks a decent ball. He's having a shot! Nedved attempts a clearance. Corner number 2 then. That's gone all the way through to the keeper. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Looking for a runner. Dembele. Ball is over the line. Now the ball in. And that's gone behind for a goal kick. Nesta. And it's Cruyff. Desailly is a man so notably robust and resolute in his defending. Now Cruyff. 30 minutes gone. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Corner number 3 coming up. Finds himself unceremoniously floored. And it's Cruyff. And Cruyff! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Cruyff actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Corner number 4 coming up here. He's rising! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Vieira clears it away. Shanghai Shenhua have the chance to go the other way. And here's Messi. Great chance! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Messi is offering a right smile there.
Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Rice, and this is Nedved. He's on it. Chance, surely! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Defending of the desperate variety. Nedved. Van Bronckhorst. Cleared without hesitation. Pele plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, that is asking for trouble. And here's Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. No way through. Rafael Varane. And that signals the end of the first period. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So, your views on the first half?
Yeah, no goals so far, but it's certainly not through lack of effort. They've had quite a few opportunities so far, but their shooting, not good enough.
So we are where we began. The scoreline remains 0-0 at the break. The second half is up and running.
South Korea have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
And it's Vieira. Azar, tantalisingly brilliant, at times unstoppable. He's a sharp little ball here. Dembele! And yes, it's there! And the game has liftoff. And that really is so impressive. So the first goal of the game.
Well, talk about the perfect start to the second half. They've certainly come out with more purpose, more energy, and it's paid off beautifully.
Messi looking to receive it in space. Goes for a shot! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Well, it was going to take something a bit special from there, and that wasn't it.
Still chasing the game, trailing by 1. Shanghai Shenhua are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to...
It's Nedved! Oh, it's a thumping hit. Adriano, played out towards the right wing. Now it's Messi, and he's managed to get free. Rice is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Great work on the overlap. A header! It's a goal! A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency. And that's it. So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion.
Against South Korea.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So it's down to business here.
When you have Edwin van der Sar in goal, it's like having an 11th outfield player. He can make every kind of save and get his team on the front foot.
Has a great gift for distribution, doesn't he? Almost assists.
Exactly, he's a playmaking goalkeeper who likes to trigger attacks as soon as the ball ends up in his possession.
Vieira. That's gone loose. And Tevez! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
That's great industry from the front line there. A lot of chasing, a lot of pressure, and they forced the error.
Seedorf. Stam. And it's Thuram. Messi. And here's Vieira. It's Seedorf. And the finish! Marvellous goal!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
Perfect placement. The one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
So, a breakthrough already. Vieira. So just the one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. He's a sharp little ball here. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he? Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Rafael Varane is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. And this is Messi. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side. Tevez! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
But it's Thuram. Nice bit of trickery. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Oh no, what has happened here? Kvaratskhelia proves just a little bit too strong. Cross to the back post. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Cruyff. Some good work on the right flank here. Threads one in. Oh, that is a good ball to find him.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. Now, can they get him away? And this is Adriano. Messi has it in a wide position. Maldini did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Maldini. And here's Hullet. And he shoots! He's got to go it.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
We're looking at a different game now.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Vieira is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Thuram. Passing is crisp and sharp. Messi. It's a good run he's making out on the left. Played out towards the right wing. Rafael Varane. Thuram. And it's Vieira. He's looking wide. Kvaratskhelia has it out. Goes for goal! And the ball's come loose here. Corner number 2 then. Messi plays it short. Thuram. That's tidy. He's got away.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Who's got the final touch there? Goal kick's been given. Deep into stoppage time. Done delicately. And he's intervened well there. And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. So it's 1 each. How are you seeing it, Jim?
Well, it's been a decent game so far, Peter, although I think in the next 45 minutes we could do with the ball being moved around quicker with a view to trying to entice their opponents out of position. I don't think there'll be a mad rush to do that just yet.
Well, it has been tight, it's been competitive. Each side with one significant moment, and at half-time the score is 1-1. And so the action is resumed. Maldini. Maldini making good progress. Oh, that's neat. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Looking for a run-up. And he was there to get a vital touch.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Zanetti. Thuram. Maldini scooting forward. Stam. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Zanetti. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Messi. It's a pretty loose pass. Messi being given no time to dwell on the ball here.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
That has not gone well. And it's Seedorf. And he's had it nicked away. Can he get it through? Always onto this. Oh, nicely intercepted. Roberto Carlos is one whose deliveries we all know about. Thuram. That's Vieira. Cruyff. He's in plenty of space here. Messi.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Stam. And it's Nesta. Here's Roberto Carlos. Nesta. This is a promising build-up. And it's Seedorf. And it's Cruyff. Little pass back.
Just too much pressure. Had to go that way.
Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Great chance here from position A1.
Well, I suppose from the opposition's viewpoint, this was to be avoided.
Roberto Carlos! Oh, smart save. He had plenty to do.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
Substitution for PSD, number 10, Tevez. Number 22, Gullit. Number 19, Messi.
It's
Number
really well
7,
cleared.
Kvaratskhelia. Coming on the field, number 13, Cristiano
Ferdinand
Ronaldo.
is there to clear.
Number 23,
Cruyff.
Coquelin.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Number 11, Ronaldinho.
Opts for safety. Rodri, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Yamal. And it's Thuram. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. And he's going to have his name taken. I do think he's feeling the effects of that tackle.
Well, there's lots of movement in the box for them to pick out.
Substitution
The two
for
coaches
PSG.
are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Lilian Thuram. Coming on the field is number 14, Nesta. Substitution.
Nesta. He's being urged to shoot.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. And no surprise, that's a booking. He's having a good look here.
I think there's actually a quiet confidence in pulling this off.
Ronaldinho! But he's left disappointed. Thuram. Referee's given a throw. South Korea desperately searching for the winner here. Now that's well seen too. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
Thuram. Seedorf. Puskás can so cleverly bypass the press.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. No hesitation, he's straight into his pocket. It's a second yellow card, and he walks. The player's protesting furiously, but there's little or no sympathy from the ref. South Korea are down to 10 men. I think we've got just about enough time for this free kick. Picked out brilliantly, played into the box, and it's safely in the keeper's hands. Looking for options for movement. And that's that. A good watch, more than a good watch actually, certainly from a sporting perspective. It lacks a winner of course, but the crowd largely satisfied. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now.
Against Barcelona.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. We are just getting started. Well, there is no question that Eden Hazard, on his day, is one of the world's best, Jim. So, how do you interpret the role he's been given here?
Well, we all know he's at his best when he's coming in from that left side, whether it's to drag people away and isolate them or to combine with central attackers. But he also often plays as a 10, as we know, in a free role.
And is that a new dimension to his game?
No, he's been at that for years, and he's just very good wherever he plants himself.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That has not gone well.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Chance here to counter. Pelé tries to play it through. Oh, that's a very decent ball now. Cruyff unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And it's Hazard. Nothing much to report on so far. Each side waiting to make their first move. That's good defending, very good defending. Pelé. No, he's not getting any further than that. And here's Hazard. Now it's Luis Suarez. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. That has been knocked clear. Oh, nicely intercepted. Platini. Oh, lovely bit of skill. Lahm plays it in. It'll be a throw-in. That pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. He's found a way through. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
South Korea clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted. Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up.
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Desailly demonstrating his defensive quality there. Cruyff might just make this. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And he's quick to snatch it back. And he's picked out the run. Cruyff! And he's heaved it away.
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
It's a threatening... Hazard! Goal! Barcelona! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Barcelona have penetrated for the first time.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Now this could be a... Tries a shot! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Oh, he's got a crucial block in there.
Oh, makes every duel look like a total mismatch.
Great vision. And he's intervened well there. Ferdinand. Oh, this looks sharp.
South Korea certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
And it's been played through. Donatoni. Vieira. Vieira. Here's a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Now it's Hazard. No, he's seen through all of that. Now it's Cruyff. Passing is crisp and sharp. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
South Korea clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Now it's Luis Suarez. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And it's Lahm. It is a corner. And this could be the final action of the first half. Vieira. There's the shot! Oh, that is a fair try. And it's half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps, the only things lacking.
Now with a quick request for
South Korea
support
unable
from
to
our
get back
charity
onto level terms before half-time. They trail 1-0.
It's been a pretty tepid display. They'll want to use this break wisely to regroup and come out with some fresh initiatives. This is all still very salvageable, maybe even winnable.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
South Korea can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Lovely bit of skill. And Messi! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Messi clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Donatoni. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Vieira. Seedorf. Shifted it to the flank. And he's been shifted off it.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
And this is... and the shot! He's done very well to get to that.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
He's going for goal! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Corner number 2 then. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Tries to pass it through. Hullet. And it's Lahm. Cross goes in there. They've won a corner. Corner number 3 coming up. And he shoots! And now they can spring out of defence. Your impression so far, Jim?
We've not seen much from this team.
Cristiano Ronaldo! And he hits the net! And there's the goal they've been looking for. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
Oh, shooting chance! Seedorf. Messi. Oh, strongly challenged there. And here's Hazard. And this is Luis Suarez. South Korea needed that. They really needed it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Barcelona are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least. because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Substitution for South Korea.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Number 6, Pele. Coming on the field, number 4.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Number 17, Puskás.
Del Piero.
Substitution.
Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Roberto Carlos. Now, can they get him away? Oh, it's a great ball here. Rummenigge showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
He steps in, and that's the end of that. Well, that is one way to stop him. Shot could be on. Goes for a shot! It's a goal! Just one in it now. The game takes on a whole new complexion. He made it happen. Squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
And in a trice, the substitute has scored already.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm.
Oh, a gilt-edged chance! And Del Piero! Paris ended up in no man's land. Shoots! And that would have been game, set and match.
Well, for me, he seems to be playing with a lot more zest now. He does look the most likely to grab that second goal cushion.
And it's Vieira. Can he get it through? Messi, he's got away. And he nearly went all the way.
Messi can really show some outlandish skills, which is always welcome and obviously refreshing.
Quality ball.
South Korea really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Bale. Schneider has the space to scheme.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Van Dijk. Pirlo can see things others simply cannot. Roberto Carlos
has been indicated.
Puskás. Lahm calmly anticipates. Pirlo. Del Piero. Roberto Carlos. Now it's Puskás. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Chance, surely! It's fallen kindly here. And that's a tidy finish. We thought they were done, but never say never. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
That has been drummed into him from such an early age, Peter. It almost came as second nature. He susses the key.
Shapes to shoot! Well, there's contact there one way or another. Oh, it's a penalty. South Korea have been handed a game-changing chance. Can he? Will he? The comeback is complete. Not a twitch, not a blink.
You know, he would have been embarrassed had the keeper held his position then.
And that will be the final act. South Korea have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through unwaveringly to win. A great performance by any measure.
Hello,
Puskás
attendees.
picking
This
up the
is
Man
a
of the
What
Match award,
Children's
and no
announcement.
surprise
Will
there.
the father of a boy in a blue
So
hat
there we have it,
kindly
Jim.
make his
A
way
game
to the
seemingly
information
destined
center?
for stalemate, but then the ultimate smash and grab.
South Korea really wanted this. I mean, look at those players now. Some are barely able to move. They squeezed every ounce of energy out of themselves to get this result, and congratulations to them.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening. noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Some terrific scenes here in Barcelona. My goodness me, it's made even better by 100,000 supporters in full voice. Things already rolling.
Well, just when you think you've got Eden Hazard, Peter, he opens up another box of tricks entirely.
And that's the thrill about him, isn't it? Every time you come and watch him play, he seems to come up with more and more surprises.
Well, I mean, that's the key to the job, isn't it? Find a different way of doing the same thing, and that he basically excels at. He's fantastic. Once he comes inside, anything is possible.
Nesta, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Now then, the ball's come loose. Dembele. And it's Gullit. And it's Azar. Now that looks a decent ball. Mbappe has given away a free kick. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. Looks to the other side.
Well spotted.
So no chances falling either way for the time being. Looking for the run. Seedorf. Here's Vieira. Messi.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Now it's Pelé. Space for him to turn and look. Maldini was in no mood for any of that. And the counter-attack is on for Barcelona. Azar, very much a man of this moment. Strong challenge, that could leave a mark. Gullit was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless.
Oh, look, this is about as tentative as it comes. Hopefully a football match will break out soon.
Mbappe. Now it's Dembele. Aimed beyond the defence. Roberto Carlos. Oh, easy pickings there. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Cruyff bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Thuram. Pirlo making good progress on the right-hand side. Gullit. Tries one from range. Oh, that is outstanding! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! The purest possible contact, what a fabulous strike.
Well, Peter, it would have taken something incredible for the keeper to keep that one out. It was absolutely spanked.
You felt it was coming, 1-0.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
He's had a shot! And he hits the net. And once more, we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Pirlo. Gullit, renowned for his long-range shooting. And here's Mbappe. That's tidy. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Thuram. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. And it's Messi. The muscular approach does pay off here. Messi is fouled. Oh, played through for the wide man. Nesta gets it away. Vieira! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Vieira actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Hazard, who can single-handedly make a difference. Vieira. Chance here to counter. Pirlo. Now it's Mbappe. Gullit.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
That's Vieira. Desailly. Messi. Pass somewhat off target. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. Reflections on the first half?
Well, both sides would have expected a closely fought match, and that's pretty much what we've got so far. The early exchanges, I think, in this second half will be worth keeping an eye on to see if any adjustments have been made to change things.
So 45 minutes of uncompromising football, and at the break, it's one each. Back on the way then.
South Korea are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
And they can counter here. Roberto Carlos. Donatoni. Vieira. Lovely pass, but can he get shapes to shoot? It's a loose ball. Hazard has found the net here, of course. Yaya Toure chips it through. And he's managed to get free. Oh, important interception. Donatoni. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. No, he refuses to take the bait. The referee's awarded a free kick. It's a quick one. Passing is crisp and sharp. It's a searching pass. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Yaya Toure.
La asistencia
Ferdinand.
este partido asciende a 96.026
So we've reached the hour
espectadores.
mark. And it's Gullit. Hazard finds himself unceremoniously floored. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And here's Dembele. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. And no surprise, that's a booking.
Well, you either commit a foul and take one for the team, or just stand by and concede a potential goal. It's not a great choice, Peter, but I think I do.
Pirlo! That's going to go a long way. Maldini. Now Yaya Toure. Maldini. And it's Gullit. He steps in, and that's the end of that. And Donatoni. That's been slipped through. Ferdinand. And it's Azar. Gullit engages and forces him off the ball. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. It's run loose here. Seedorf. Cruyff looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Donadoni, and he was quick to react. Vieira, played out towards the right wing. Looking for options. There's the shot!
South Korea clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Seedorf. Gullit. Hazard. Nicely weighted ball. Nesta muscles him off the ball.
Well, you'd expect nothing less from him, Peter.
This is Dembele. It's Dembele! Oh no, that could be a costly miss.
It's a very watchable game, isn't it? Any goal from here could well be the winner.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal
So
23,
changes afoot here,
el
and from
dorsal
both
9,
sides.
El dorsal 11. El dorsal 8. Casa. El dorsal 42. Yaya Touré.
Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
El dorsal
And
10.
that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
No, he's not getting past him there.
Se va a llevar a cabo
Well,
un
that
cambio de
might be that,
jugadores.
Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Pirlo can so cleverly bypass the press. Tries to play it through. He's having a shot! Oh, he hit that sweetly.
Well, look at him, furious at himself for missing. Having said that, the manager applauds his effort to find that bottom corner.
And it's Zanetti. And we're done. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end, not for the want of desire, drive or determination. No complaints. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello,
The
everybody,
game
and
yet to
welcome
kick
to
off.
today's
The
match.
excitement already palpable. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And we're underway. FC Seoul have chosen to go 4-3-3. Jim, how do you see it?
Well, one of the attacking advantages in this setup, Peter, is the impact that can be made between fullbacks and the attacking wide players. These combinations, when worked well, can be a real handful for any opposition, and we're likely to witness that again. You often see the wide man drift inside to allow the fullback to make the run out wide, and it
Goes for goal! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Gerrard actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Tries to get it clear. And it's Gerrard. Tries to pass it through. Now it's Messi. Well, it's fair to presume, I suppose, that Lionel Messi will, as almost always, Jim, be carrying a huge burden of expectation here.
Yeah, but it won't bother him at all, Peter. He just delivers without fail time and time again, and often in a way only he can.
Can he finish? He's scored!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter.
FC Seoul are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Platini. Now it's Messi. Oh, that looks a good ball through. Oh, that's fabulous. Is there any support? He might not need it. Oh, nearly, but not quite.
Well, he's never the sort to doubt his own capabilities. Always fancies himself, no matter what the situation.
Roberto Carlos. Oh, that's been cut out, well played. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point, and the score is 1-0. And it's Messi. Gerrard. Ibrahimovic. Gerrard. Good, strong midfield running here. Roberto Carlos defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Lahm picks it up out wide.
Well, we've seen much better choices than that. That always looked like the wrong one.
Played it again. Zanetti has been caught there, it's a foul. And no surprise, that's a booking. Probably be looking to play it square from here. And he's there to clear it. And he shoots! Desai makes the interception. And it's Cruyff. And now they can clear their lines. Cruyff. Lahm cuts it out. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And this is Messi. Can he finish? And it's in! And there's the goal they've been looking for. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
South Korea are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Well, chance! Cruyff! No one quite like him! A finish right from the top draw! And they're threatening to fly away here. You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
South Korea find a position of real strength now.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Desai gets his final warning.
Yeah, and he has to change his ways, or this referee could soon change his status.
Adriano, that's a good ball out wide. He's had it taken off him. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. He has found the way through. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Ferdinand kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And here's Bale. Bale is having a shot! And that's a good finish. And they are right back within touch. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Messi! Terrific save by Abbiati. And he's hit it long. Oh, nicely intercepted. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time.
Well, it's hard to say whether a two-goal advantage under these circumstances is decisive or not, but so far, I haven't really seen enough to indicate that the opposition can come out in the second half and improve to that degree.
Well, we've been blessed with a goal-laden first half. 3-1 is the half-time score.
Johan Cruyff. Coming on the field is
So we're off again.
number 19, Karl-Heinz Rummenigge.
And here's Roberto Carlos. And it's Cruyff. Now that's well seen too. Stood up well to him there. Looking for options for movement. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Oh, good-looking ball. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. It's Adriano! And it's there! And with that, it is pretty much a done deal. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to think about it too much.
It's starting to look like a done deal now. Oh, he's onto this. Oh, he's bustling Cruyff! Johan Cruyff, an individual masterpiece! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! Untouchable, remorseless, relentless, a class of them. It's Ibrahimovic! Vieira. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Desailly. Bale. Bale going face-to-face with his great rival. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. That has ended up in no man's land. Roberto Carlos. Now it's Donadoni. Now it's Cruyff. And here's Platini. Desailly proves too strong. Bale. Searching pass he's played there. Adriano! They want to be quick to... Oh, what has happened here? Zanetti did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
Substitution on the field. Number 21, Bale. Number 15, Ronaldinho. Number 9,
Roberto Carlos.
Number 3, Ferdinand. Coming on the field,
And it's Zanetti.
11,
Knocks it into space.
Number 17, Vitinha.
And he's gone backward here.
26,
Zanetti delivers.
Cáceres.
Well, now it's a race for the ball.
Martin Cáceres. Substitutions taking place.
Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Engages and forces him off the ball. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Vitinha. Takes on his marker. Seedorf does really well to win the ball there. Looking to play him in. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Rummenigge was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Shapes to shoot! It's a goal! Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
Well, they may be down, but they're in no mood to go quietly. Has a look and plays it forward. Rummenigge. And he was quick to react. Vieira. Pass somewhat off target. Well, that is one way to stop him. Oh, he's caught him there, it's a free kick. And he is going into that little black book. It's just beyond his reach. Vieira has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. That's a nicely shaped ball. That's the keeper's ball. Vitinha Rummenigge. Oh, it's come loose.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Thuram. Thuram carries the ball down the right. Seedorf. And the number on the board is 3. Quality ball. Zanetti. Zanetti crosses. Great chance! And that's a tidy finish. Sharp, simple, satisfying. He just knew what was on.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Substitution.
And that is as far as it goes. South Korea can look back on a nigh-on perfect performance here. A super contest in which they swept their opponents aside ruthlessly.
Please be made aware.